Back up on the scene, nah, I mean.
Sit where I'm sitting, sip what I'm sipping, spit what I'm spitting. Take a listen to what they kicking. It ain't a topic that's out there that's too specific. We gon' talk about it and they gon' listen. This here's a revolution for all I mentioned. This here's some Novocaine just to numb your system. Weekly doses issues, get your prescription. Life and fan, bro, we ain't missed it. Let's do since rings and rings. Ask Mike and Pip. You got a topic, how to spit. Squeeze gon' rip. It's Season 7 coming to you live. We up in this. Hey, Season 7, we up in this. Life gon' be life, okay. 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 Life gon' be life, okay.
We talking
life.
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 Season 7, you ready?
Yo, welcome back to another edition of the Life Be Life and podcast. Back up on the scene, nah, I mean. I'm your host, Tony D.
And I'm your host, D to the J. Still in the building like I ain't never left, and it feels so good. We already know what it is.
Hey.
We already know what's happening. Bro, what's good with you? How you feeling, man?
Man, Brody, another Won't He Do It Wednesday. And hey, and I keep saying it, man, he keeps on doing it.
Yeah, big time.
You know?
Big time. In spite of everything going on, man, like for real, like, and I say that because I do know that while sometimes the show is going on and we smiling and joking and grinning, I want lifers to know, man, life really do be life. And so behind the scenes, like we going through stuff too, you know what I'm saying? And we also acknowledge those in various places going through it. So
yeah,
I say all that to say, man, in spite of what you're going through, there's going to be times you're going to be able to smile and laugh and joke. Sometimes it's going to take a long time to get fully there, to get fully past the situation.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, he's still good, man. Everything going to work out.
Indeed, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, man. Hey, the topic tonight, fam. Stay in the child's place.
Yeah,
so,
crazy.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy because it's
Stay in the child's place.
Not gonna be what y'all think it's gonna be, man. So, without further ado, what you think, bro?
Run it.
The views and opinions expressed on the Life Be Life and podcast are solely those of the artists, producers, guests, and hosts of the show. Any numbers, stats, or stated resources that are given, we do ask that you verify that information for yourself.
Yeah, champions in Christ, let's go. Gang walk up on the block with a bag full of Bibles they like. And when they see the light in me, knowing God gave me plenty daylight. I wake up every single day like I can't live no other way. I be like, I tell them all God good, walking all y'all hoods they like. Yeah, I walk with God. He got the wheel, let me open the garage. Hiding from God, he can see through camouflage. Rose on the 30, all the victory is ours. Evade the devil, all he want is my demise. He come around, turn him down, no surprise. Adjust my crown like I need a bigger size. My salvation came from Jesus, Satan under my Adidas, make him ease up. I'm on Cora telling people how good God is. They confessing with their hearts and out their mouths. Jesus died for all my sins, but in 3 days the tomb was open. That's where I put my hope in. Gang walk up on the block with a bag full of Bibles they like. And when they see the light in me, knowing God gave me plenty daylight. I wake up every single day like I can't live no other way. I be like, I tell them all God good, walking all y'all hoods they like.
And yo, we back up in this joint, man. Big shout out, man. The shoes, man. I want to be saved. Let y'all catch a snippet of that.
You know what I'm saying?
So,
Resurrection.
hey, that's what I'm talking
Happy
about.
Resurrection Sunday. So you know we had to give y'all some of that play.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That way.
Yeah.
All right,
Topic, man.
run it.
Let's go. Stay in the child's place. So many different directions that thing can go, but it's not gonna be what you thinking. So look, bro, the angle that we want to kind of get a lifers, man, we want to take this. So stop putting the kids in adult situations. So when we saying stay in the child's place, let's start with the first part of, are we putting them in an adult situation?
Right.
Bro, kick that thing off, man. I want to get your thoughts and perspective.
Yeah, man. Stay in a child's place. So when I thought about this topic, there's a lot that's been happening right now. You know, there was a shooting at a school by a 13-year-old where another 13-year-old has lost his life.
Yeah.
I've heard situations over the week where parents are letting very young teenagers, you know what I'm saying, talk about grown people and cuss, you know, use words of profanity while speaking with them. And I'm talking about like 14, 15, 16.
Yeah.
We see situations where, you know, young kids, and this has always been since the beginning of time, where young kids are getting younger and younger, having babies. And, you know, my thing is, first off and foremost, stay a child as long as you can, because this adult life, hey,
Forever.
I wish I could slide back for a little bit
Forever.
and just go to school and break graham crackers on the line.
hear me?
Because
Capri
hey,
Sun killer.
this
You
life
know
ain't
what
for the
I'm saying?
weak, fam.
Man.
But here's the thing. A lot of times, us parents, we're giving our kids adult energy. Tony D, what you mean? I'm so glad that you asked. So when I say adult energy, as our kids are growing up, there are supposed to be ways that we are supposed to be cultivating them. We've already talked about on the show that certain things that you try to give a child to digest, you have to break down into bite-sized pieces.
Right.
So why would you have an adult dialogue with a 5-year-old? Talk about it.
Yeah.
We've already talked about how kids' trauma can affect them later on in life, and how the brain doesn't fully develop until they're 25. And there are some kids who had trauma when they were 10 and 12. Now they're 30-year-old, 10 to 12-year-olds. Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
So here's the thing, man. When we are raising our children, look, as parents, parenting is not easy. Bills, frustration, time being pulled in so many directions. You now have another little person in your life who didn't ask to be here.
Right.
Zoom that camera in on him, bro.
Right.
Stare at him real quick.
Right.
Who didn't ask to be here.
Am I getting close enough?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, stare at him. Look, I went back there in the back. There they go. Yeah. Do we have y'all attention now? So these young people these young lives did not ask to be here, first off and foremost. And now we're treating them like they're the burden on us. But we willingly had them. And when I say willingly, y'all know what I mean by willingly, because there's other ways.
Right.
But I'm simply saying you've now had this child. The child is growing up, and you're supposed to be prepping this child for life. We've talked about how when school started last year, there are children in kindergarten who don't know their full name, their real name,
right?
Man and Tinkerbutt.
Right, Trey.
No.
he going by Trey.
But
his name is Archibald.
But those same young kids can sing Gucci, Gotti,
Fully.
All of that.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying, stop giving your kids adult energy, man. We got to stop putting them in adult situations.
Man, talk that.
Because what happens is that there's a reservoir. So everybody, I don't care how old you are, fam, there's a reservoir of anger that starts to build up in your body. We see it when toddlers spaz out and they're trying to fix a toy and they just throw it. Yeah. The teenager punching holes in the wall. The adult that's running around acting all Lulu. Anger builds up in the reservoir in the body, fam. And what starts to happen is, as your child depends on you, they're looking up to you. You clothe them, you feed them, you bathe them, you're giving them a roof over their head, you're tucking them in at night, or supposed to be.
Right.
Anyway.
Right.
When we disrupt that pattern of learning, it stops a child right where they are. It stunts their growth. So now when that child gets 13 and 14 and they're behind, they're distracted, they have ADHD, but nobody's telling the story when they were 5 and 6 and they asked for water and got smacked in the mouth. When they asked to get something to eat and they got told you ain't gonna be nothing, you're gonna be just like your daddy. When they ask, for some new shoes because their feet is hanging out or the soles is touching the ground, or children are gonna be children, man. That's why it's called childlike behavior, childlike mentality. You can't expect child to do nothing but be a child. Go ahead, bro, because I'm gonna get.
No, and I like that. And so, kind of starting back to what you touched on, man. And so, when we talk about staying in a child's place, and we're saying something of the sense like, one, let me ask y'all this question though. So we frustrated and irritated, right? Because we like, man, you need to stay in the child's place. But the question I'm gonna kick back is, did you put them there? You know what I'm saying? So I'm asking that question, did you put them there? Because, bro, I'm talking about,
we hear it.
You hear me?
We see it at the store.
Yeah, I mean, at the job, man, as I have business clients, and sometimes, they're in there with their spouse, whether it's the step kids, their own kids, grandkids,
somebody
kids, you know what I'm saying, space kids,
baby's kids.
It don't matter. You see a situation to where they speak out of pocket. They're speaking when not necessarily spoken to, and that's not to say a child can't do this or that, but we know that there's times when it's just inappropriate.
Yeah.
And instead of teaching them and finding a responsible way to correct them, a lot of parents, guardians will just laugh it off, brush it off, right? So we put these kids in these situations. But then let's talk about the scenarios to where you'll have a single parent household, or maybe it's not the single mom. Maybe it's when the child goes over to dad's crib and he feeling the way because I want my family back, and she did that, whatever that looks like. And so then things began to be discussed with this child that is well beyond their grasp. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You talking to them like a homie. You know what I'm saying? Like your homegirl, your homeboy. And a lot of it is to the detriment of the child. Bro, I'm trying to figure out, and mind you, because we're going to flip the script, and I got something, it's not one-sided, but I'm going to start with the women on this. If you so mad at your baby daddies, you can't stand them, you want a better man, you deserving better for yourself, and you have a child with little buddy, why is it that you dressing your son up, your 2-3-year-old son, and they look identical to the baby daddy that you dislike so much? Like real rap, you know what I'm saying?
Down to the hat.
You hear me? Got, you know what I'm saying? Little buddy got the necklace, his ears pierced. He got the same fade with the same part, slits in the eyebrows. Can't even count to 100 yet. You know what I'm saying? And you got a little man sagging. We see his Mickey Mouse draws.
Right.
Like
Mickey Mouse pull-ups.
You hear me? You know what I'm saying? He talking good as one thing, stealing pull-ups. Singing the commercial, talking about, I'm a big kid now. You need to get out of them. So putting them in adult situations, but we want them to stay in the kid's place. How does an adult even get to the point that they begin to discuss adult things with someone who is not?
I know.
You in the back.
Hey, hurt people.
All right.
So check it out. A blatant example that you just gave, bro, to a baby mom, baby daddy separated. One of them want to get back, but the other one don't want to get back. So now when they start getting time with their kids, you know I love you, right? You know your mama just or your daddy just don't want us to be a family no more.
Just don't want to act right.
They don't want to act right.
Yeah.
And the child, don't you think the child has had enough trauma, especially if y'all were in one household?
They heard it, seen, experienced it too.
Arguing, fussing, fighting, putting hands on. That has an effect on the child because all a child really knows is mom and daddy. You know what I'm saying? Don't even know your name for real, but they know you mama and they know that you are daddy. When they see y'all clashing and y'all butting heads and y'all fighting and being violent, and they understand the tone, the octaves, and the energy has raised in the spot, a child doesn't know who to choose. Because the two people who I felt like I could depend on in my life at this young age, like, wow, no.
Mm-hmm.
And then we start to try to pull the child in the direction. The child should always be neutral in this situation, bro.
Mm-hmm.
But as I said, hurt people, man. And unfortunately, until that hurt person gets some help,
Yeah.
whether it's work, whether it's relationship, whether
Yeah.
it's their child or their family,
Yeah.
they are constantly, you know what I'm saying, radiating those
Yeah.
fumes of hurt.
So how do you cultivate or create that atmosphere, man, where you're allowing the child to, one, kind of operate as a child? Because that, matter of fact, I ain't even gonna double question you. Let's start there. How do we as parents in 2026, with so much going on in the world, in the communities,
Mhm.
how do we create and cultivate this environment for them to be a child in spite of everything that's crazy?
Bro, and I'm speaking from self.
Yeah.
A lot of times when we feel like that we're growing up better than our child, and when
Mhm.
I say better, a lot of times we take the quality of
Stuff.
childhood as in stuff.
Yeah, stuff.
I had the Jordans, you know, I
Yeah.
had the Xbox or the Nintendo, the Sega.
Yeah.
Didn't so, you know, I was rocking HJ900s, you know,
Yeah.
but so sometimes we get so caught up in the way that we were raised that we forget the foundational values that we were taught.
Mm-hmm.
And now we try to compensate because we're doing a little bit better in life and
And
to
we're
give
giving
our
them
kids
stuff.
stuff without that foundation. You can give them one, but you got to give them both.
Yeah.
That foundation is going to carry them further in life than you would ever
That
think.
foundation.
You know what I'm saying?
The foundation. You hit that, bro. Now, to the best of my knowledge, you've never worked in construction. Neither have I. However, I do know everybody, including us, has enough sense to know
Yeah.
if there's no solid foundation, what good is it purchasing windows, curtains, rugs, if there's no foundation for which they can be withheld?
Right.
It starts
Indeed.
with the foundation.
Indeed, fam.
So, how is that foundation created?
That foundation has to be created carefully.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say that because I understand that parenthood is busy, man. You're trying to find time for yourself to collect your thoughts. You're working, you're taking your child, zipping your child back and forth, including bills, grocery store, relationship. There's a lot that can happen, but we all find the time to do what we want to do.
Absolutely.
So let's start there. My wife, she's worked in childhood education for a very long time, including the whole time that we've been married. And I seen as our kids were growing up the certain things that she was doing that I never would have thought about doing.
Man.
You know, and it's simple things. It's very simple. But I feel like that, as you stated a few times, bro, as our child gets, well, backtrack. I feel like these kids nowadays come out ready. They come out just like this.
Mm-hmm.
They come out with Lego hands, looking for a tablet, looking for a phone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they know how to work them mysteriously somehow.
Man.
So I feel like sometimes that we plug a device. It isn't like the leapfrog that we used to have. It isn't like the leap stir that we used to have, because those games were specifically designed to learn.
It ain't even the animal pool.
With a right. You know the shape. What is it? Perfection.
Yeah, man,
turn
around,
the shapes in. What does the cow say?
Yeah.
You know, it ain't like that no more.
Man.
Unless parents are very deliberate in, you know, making sure that their kids have that foundation.
Yeah.
My wife put our kids in what was it? Parents as teachers. And so before they even started school, a teacher that was also a parent would come to the house and start giving them other skills. You know what I'm saying? On a can't think of the word. My wife knows it, and she's not around right now, but on a proficiency level, there we go. It would start, you know, they would start teaching them colors and things like that, making sure that they're ready when they hit kindergarten or if they went to preschool. A lot of times we omit those programs that are out there, and that's why they're constantly cut. But that's another story for another show. So we have to be very deliberate in creating that foundation for the child. sometimes when we're not stable ourselves, we see homeless people that have kids out there.
Yeah.
We see abused women, abused men that have children out there. We have to be very deliberate in creating that foundation, because that foundation is going to determine everything else. And finally, bro, like I've heard you say this before,
Mhm.
it's easier to fix a broken child than it is to fix a broken adult.
Yeah, them are bars. And I'm thinking like to really cultivate, like a safe space. Really just putting them first. I think, and I understand it. You know what I'm saying? We only have one life to live. We want to do what we want to do. And so sometimes we want to always put ourselves first, whether it's in front of a partner, a spouse, children, a job, you name it. We want to put us first. You know what I mean? That's makes sense, right?
Very much.
However, when it becomes parenting, especially if you've went through things you experienced in your childhood, I know that I have to put my children first in a lot of situations. And sometimes putting them first does not mean doing what they want to do. It means considering them. And when I consider them, bro, I'm saying I'm considering their thoughts. How whatever I'm going to do is going to impact them emotionally. How will it impact them socially even? Because I might do something to where I'm thinking I'm correcting them, and it can disrupt every little social aspect of their schooling, which then if I disrupt the social, that'll impact the education.
Right.
And so it's just so many different layers.
Yeah.
But we as parents don't always consider those things, because how many of us out there in Lifeland or parents feel like, the parent is always right. It's what I said. Yeah, but make sense with what you say. If your word is going to be bond, make sure that what you're saying makes sense.
Right.
And that's not to say we always even going to be right.
Yeah, facts.
But if we mess up, having, you know what I'm saying, you want to be the adult and want to be the big dog, big mama. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? We all want to be this person.
The alpha.
You hear me? And when you mess up, you don't want to get to the front of the pack and just say, yo, that was on
My
me.
bad.
You don't want to do that. But you expecting them to be able to say, I'm sorry. So what will we really, in essence, be teaching them, bro? So we're at a good pull-up point, man. I would like to go to break. Man, wheels and the steels, you know exactly what we finna do. And when we come back, bro, let's talk about, the consequences and what it looks like when we don't consider that child. And we're going to throw them in situations and they're not in the child place.
I got you. Let's go.
From the Mind of Men, a 15-minute docu-series centered around the mind of everyday men, from hurt to trauma, to relationships and kids, mental health, mental anguish, and healing. Many men in our communities don't speak their truth, and this is a perfect opportunity to hear, learn, and grow together. Come take a ride with us. From the producers of the Life Be Lifin' podcast.
The following segment of the Life Be Lifin' podcast is being brought to you by
At the end again.
So, man, we gonna run it back to talking about the sponsorships real quick, y'all. We got real opportunities as we're doing real big things. Hey, let me get over here in the corner so I can really talk to y'all really quick.
Yeah.
So, St. Louis Art and Entertainment Awards, we here. You know what I'm saying? There's a couple other things we got going on. The Life Awards is coming back.
Yeah.
You may see a promo later, but this right here, y'all, this is very, very business friendly. It's artist friendly. It's person friendly. All you gotta do is tap it. You know what? Go ahead, bro. Talk to him, man.
Yeah, facts. Sponsors needed, man. So this is your opportunity to partner with the Life Be Lifin' podcast. As you can see, we got multiple tiers, multiple brackets. Look, we giving away goodies and fun stuff that you can show. You know what? I rock out with them boys, and we gonna in turn do some things to help push y'all, promote, air your commercials. Look, let's chop it up. Everything's below how to reach us.
Yeah, community work, man.
Absolute.
We will not stop until on a daily basis we see a Life Be Lifin' t-shirt, hat, bumper sticker, on somebody every day. So, hey, we in here.
You might as well get used to it and just
Yeah,
accept
we here
it.
to stay. We ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
So as we transition back, man,
Yeah.
I know we talked about building that foundation under a child. We
Mhm.
want to talk briefly about teaching them to be a child.
Yeah.
And what do y'all mean? A lot of times our children are not taught patience.
Mhm.
And we let them spaz out, we let them cry. Sometimes we let them do it. Sometimes we try to put hands, you know what I'm saying, pot pans and hands
Yeah.
on them or whatever.
Yeah.
But we have to, we have to be emotionally sufficient ourselves. All right. So if we understand and know that we're not emotionally sufficient, when our child starts to have in those moments, we gotta have somebody that maybe to tag out, you know what I'm saying, to come in to reinforce those values.
True.
Because sometimes it is triggering for us to hear a child crying or to hear a child whining. It can very much be so based on your past experience of your life.
Mhm.
But we have to teach a child not to jump to conclusions so early. We have to start giving them some type of analytical.
Mhm.
Oh, you using a big word with a child. What you mean analytical? Man, analytical, hey, let's chop it down like a steak. Bro has talked about it many times. In their household, when they had a 2, 3, 4 year old and they were eating steak, the child didn't get a whole T-bone popped on the plate. He
Mhm.
got a slice of the T-bone cut up so they can eat in bite-sized pieces.
Mhm.
As that child shows that he can now digest the steak properly, eat it all. Now maybe I'll give you a
Advance.
slightly bigger piece,
Yeah.
and we progress from there.
Mhm.
We got to do the same emotionally with our children as well, man. We have to start showing them in bite-sized pieces how to emotionally speak, how to emotionally tell what's going on. Because if we don't get them to that point to do that,
Mhm.
they go get in the situation and now they cannot express to us what has happened to them. Y'all know the world that we
Yeah.
live in, man.
Yeah. It's conflict resolution too.
Yeah.
Because since we're not really teaching them how to even cope with any of those things, we're not really listening to them. We're not giving them an open space to speak. And again, if I'm me giving you the open space and me saying what's up, that's not me saying I'm about to really go against whatever course of correction is there. I'm just trying to really get your perspective on why. What's going through your mindset? Because
Yeah.
if I don't understand your mindset, how can I put you back on the right train track? You feel me?
Yeah.
So I got to understand like why you thought that way.
That's what
You know what I'm
Escape
saying?
said. It's some
Asking questions as a
understanding.
parent. It's to be honest, it's not so much as far as them doing something incorrect or right or wrong, depending on what it is, of
Yeah,
course.
facts.
But it's more so what was your thought process behind it. So obviously this idea didn't work. It didn't work. We can acknowledge it. Why? Like
Right.
what made you
Yeah.
say instead of me holding it with two hands, I'm gonna try to walk me through your
Right.
process.
It's hot on the bottom.
So then I can exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, tell me something. You know what I'm saying? Like, tell me something. You got to give me your mindset so I can better help you out.
Hot on the
So
bottom. Facts.
so just kind of listening to your child off the rip, that is what's going to make it a little bit easier, really to understand this environment that I need to set for them. Why? Because depending on what you tell me, how you got to that thought, I might need to set up some scenarios to where I can work on your patience and your tolerance.
Yeah, facts, man.
Or I might have to set up something that it might be more catered to your problem solving skills.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? You know I got to get you to get past this. Once you hit the first initial roadblock, you shut down.
yeah.
And
Indeed.
it's critical thinking skills. So two things:
Mm-hmm.
critical thinking skills
Mm-hmm.
and conflict resolution are all wrapped up in that conversation, and that's what's going to cultivate this environment to where you can keep them in a child's place.
Yep.
They don't have to react out of pocket. You know what I'm saying? I didn't teach you how to you know what I'm saying, really handle that conflict with your peers. And so when you popped off, we talked about in previous episodes, when you get angry, it's usually because of a fear about something. So when you got angry, it was because you were fearful, not knowing how to react, respond. You've never
Right.
been in this situation. You've never been exposed to it. They crash out. Now we have situations where we have a 13-year-old boy that might be doing life, or you have a 16, 17-year-old boy that now has an SA charge on him because we just haven't laid out different things to get the mindset to know how to better course correct them.
Yeah, indeed, bro. And as we're teaching them to be a child, we have to be careful that we not project
Mm-hmm.
adult realities upon them.
Very true.
Because a lot of times, man, your children ain't your younger children ain't worried about your bills. They don't care about the water bill, the gas bill. They don't care about wasting water. They don't care about half drink water bottles, half drink juices, half eating chips.
Right.
They don't care
Throwing away
about
food, nothing.
They don't care about a dirty kitchen floor. They don't
None
care
of
about a
that.
dirty
None
bedroom, a
of
dirty
it.
bed.
None
It's
of it.
certain things that your kids do not worry about.
And most of it is in the bucket that pertains to anything but them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anything outside of their immediate impact, put it in that bucket.
Yes, sir. And so what starts to happen is when we see these actions taking place, we all got to tell our children to clean their room.
Right.
We all got to tell our children, like, hey, you need to, you know what I'm saying, get your clothes in the washer on your designated day. We ought to tell the children at some point, hey, you need to get this trash out the house. So there's certain things. We have a job as parents, they have a job as children. However, the delivery. Now, we all know our child. We've talked about that before.
Yep.
We talked about on what if my child has special needs? We kind of talked about how we assess our children on a daily basis. We know their capabilities, and we know, like, all right, man, I probably need to look into some resources, you know what I'm saying, for them. But a lot of times, because of our frustration, again, with work, bills, money, relationships, we tend to answer our children in derogatory fashions.
Yeah.
Mama, what?
Man.
No, my mama, hell, I don't.
Hey, but you know what? You know what though? All jokes aside, and I say this with the utmost respect for those who know who I'm referring to, so I won't even go too much in depth.
Yeah.
But let me just say, I know of a situation where there was a junior high kid, and all he wanted to do was get his mom's attention. She was on the phone in the kitchen and talking to, I don't know, and called her name, mom. By the fourth time calling the name, I heard her respond to this child, "What the F you want?" and said they name, right? And it hit this 12-year-old so tough in the chest with what was said to them that the whole demeanor, everything dropped.
Yeah.
They dropped their head and they said, "I was just trying to show you my paper. I got an A." They set the paper down and they walked off.
Yeah. It's crazy, man, because now we start projecting those adult deficiencies on our children.
And defense mechanisms.
You know what I'm saying? Because now it's like, next time I come to mama, I ain't even said I'm just gonna put it on the table.
Nah, bump that. I ain't even do that. Why would I do that?
Yeah.
You ain't care last time. Why am I do? For what?
And so,
but you gonna care if it's a bag rate though.
Exactly. Right. Now I gotta get a whooping.
All right.
But when we do that, man, we start to, so children have a perception, right? And that perception is supposed to grow with them. Okay, follow me real quick. So if I'm a child and I have a perception of the world and I see all these bright colors and smiling faces and this, that, and the other, because I'm walking aimlessly, I'm learning. So this is my perception at this time. If I'm 4 or 5 and my mama come hitting me with, your daddy ain't SHIT, right?
Yeah.
Then the child is like, well, first of all, what is SHIT? Then the child starts to, well, what is HHIT? I heard my mama say it. Whether their mama spelled it or sometimes the kids may say the word themselves. I'm just sparing them.
They saying it, bro. You know what it is.
So now what starts to happen, that child starts to learn too much before they're ready.
Facts.
They start forgetting how to be a child.
Yeah.
As you said, those single mothers dressing the child up to be just like the daddy that the baby daddy that they do not like, or children that age dressing up like people that they've seen on TV.
Yeah.
Because now the perception of them has been ruined. These sunshine and funny days are now being wasted away to where, as an 8-year-old, I think I need to smoke a cigarette because I'm under so much stress.
Man, and for real, by the 8, 9, 10, a lot of them smoking more than cigarettes.
Indeed.
So with everything like that, why because of course as adults we hip to what we went through as kids for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
We're aware of what's going on around us again for the most part.
Indeed.
We understand cause and effect. We know these things. So if we know these as an adult and we have created this life, why would we do this to them? Like, why do parents now I believe that sometimes parents they'll do their kids like this because of regrets. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a situation to where
Yep.
you treating your kid like trash on the strength that you really mad at the person you had the baby with.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
What?
You
hold on.
you you
gonna play
mad.
real quick. Run that back on him.
Let me go back up. Damn. Yeah, you mad really at the person that you had this baby with. You know what I'm saying? And so, fellas, you pillow talking with your kid in a sense down to the baby mama, not realizing that. So trip off of this. While you are downplaying, because you think you bigging yourself up. Let's be clear. You think you putting yourself on a pedestal, let's say as a daddy, right? When you're talking to your son and he's trying to figure out what went wrong. And you like, well, son, your mama died bad, and now you putting her down. You thinking you bigging yourself up, but this is what you really doing. One, the disrespect that you giving to him because you're talking about the person that he is living with,
Right.
or that your daughter is living with. So
Right.
this is somebody that, regardless of whether you like it or not,
They
regardless
feed
of
me.
whether they have everything that you feel they should have, this is the sole provider in their eyes, and you disrespect a single source of survival.
Yep.
That's the first thing.
Yep.
Second thing, maybe y'all don't think like this, but I do. Now, somebody one time in a relationship was like, you stupid, you dumb, you ignorant. Kicked this to me, meant it, stood on business. Well, my mindset is, if I'm that dumb and I'm that damn stupid and everything else, what that make you? You the fool that picked me?
Yeah. Facts.
So I say that to say, so when you talking about the other parent, indeed what you doing is speaking down on yourself because you picked them. So that's another aspect. But you're confusing this child.
Yeah.
Because all these good things that I'm seeing, so the reality is being blurred on what this child really can and shouldn't accept. So we understand that parents will do that because of regrets to who they had their baby with. Bro, what are some other things that you can think of why a parent would even put a child in this scenario to where they can feel this?
It starts with regret, man.
Mm-hmm.
It starts heavily with regret because we talked about it before, man. I feel like that at a certain point in each relationship, you should be using protection up into that point, and it should be discussed. Because a lot of times people don't worry about the aftermath, the consequence, or whatever the case.
Yeah.
So as the parent is,
I mean, even if you're not, you don't always got to pour the water inside the house. You can pour the water outside the house.
You can. Well, what's the point?
Hey, all I'm saying is, if you feel like the water got to get dumped somewhere, I mean, like, come on, man. But anyway, let's go. Okay. I'm just saying. Man, I understand safe sex. You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
Everybody don't rap. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Bust around.
But everybody don't like cinnamon rolls.
I'm just saying. I make sure
everybody don't want their frosting right away.
Look, I'm just saying.
Anywho,
I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying?
So I believe that happens when a parent is not getting their way. And when I say getting their way, it means with the child. So the thing is that if you're seeing your child on a regular basis, the other parent is not keeping you from seeing your child, go with the flow, because at the end of the day, like you stated, that child staying with the mama or staying with the daddy,
Mhm.
it's gonna come up.
Yeah.
And children, bro, and you know this, children, hey, be busting you out in the most nonchalant way because
Man.
they don't know no
Man,
better.
they just talking.
They just be like, yeah, you know, mama other friend was over the house the other day. Like, Ryan, you know, my other friend was over the house, and I guess they
Yeah.
was in there praying.
Yeah,
What you
yeah.
talking today? She was
Just
in there
thanking
screaming,
God.
"Oh God!" So we got to be really careful, man, of doing those projections because
Yeah.
another side of that coin that we don't think about. If we're a mother bashing the father, if we're a father bashing the mother,
Mhm.
and we're spending time with our kids and taking them around our family, that conversation is, oh, they look just like their mama.
Yeah.
Oh, they look just like their daddy. But if you telling that child that
daddy
you ain't
ain't
gonna be
nothing,
nothing just like your daddy,
then what
if
you
you telling
telling
that
me?
child they ugly just like their mama,
Yeah.
and people are steady reinforcing this, how the hell you think the child finna feel?
Yeah.
I'm done,
Yeah.
man.
But that's real. And so the trauma of kids that get placed in adult situations, man, could even come down. We talked about some social woes.
Yeah.
So one, I want you to think about the impact that you'll have on the child when it's time for them to become of age and possibly to be a parent.
Yep.
Why would I want to be a parent and put another child through what I went through? Could be some people's mindsets.
Right.
But I might not even get to that point. Have you ever known people, bro, that like I'm talking about people can be sincerely in love and they kiss, and I ain't talking about that inappropriate public kissing. I'm talking about just a regular I love you, girl. And people will be like, ew, when they don't want to see these things. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you hear all these things. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, what is it? What has spoiled your appetite for love to the point that you can't even stomach to see other people happy? Like, for real, like, think about that. You're so miserable that you can't even tolerate other folks' happiness.
Man, people be like, love.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Get love out of here. Love, like
I feel like, man, that
they was booing love like my dude that played for the Bulls. I'm like, nah,
right.
this ain't a physical person. We don't boo.
I feel like, man, that a lot of people fail to allow their kids to see them love properly
Mm-hmm.
and
Because you embarrassed.
and exhibiting actions of fondness and love. You know, PDA.
Right.
Properly.
So it is okay for your kids. They're here, the wood grain getting cracked out of her in every night.
That's how you got here.
That's how you got here. It's okay. And y'all kids will stop. They won't do that.
You kiss mama, you nasty. You
they
be
won't
surprised
do that because you're showing them mommy and daddy's love is unconditional.
That part.
And this is normal and healthy.
It's supposed to be.
It's supposed to be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You showing them that. It keeps them from being poor parents themselves, bro.
I feel like, man, that when a child has a home to where love is exhibited in the home, it is displayed in the home, it is encouraged in the home. There are some days, my son is 17 now, man, and there'll be some days I'll be like, man, give me a hug, dude. Like I ain't, you know, in passing throughout the week, like I ain't really rap with you. You know what I'm saying? You good?
Yeah.
You know,
snatch them up. Got to.
And but it's important because when you could teach a child love in the home, to love themselves, to be comfortable within themselves, because sometimes we talk about our kids so bad, man, to the point we talk to our kids like they are a person on the street that we've never met. We cuss them, and understand that, they are lineage. We speak that upon our kids, And at the very end, and my final thought about that is, man, when a child can see a happy home and being loved happy from home and receive that love, because a lot of times single parents meet a man or a woman, and then all of a sudden the attention gets off of the child because his parent is trying to impress this person. So the child is just like, well, where do I fit in this picture now? You know, you spending all your time with Johnny. So you have to show your child those actions of reinforcement that you love them, you cherish them, and you go protect them.
It's a healthy balance, man. cussing at your kids. Some people do it, some people don't. Some people frown upon it. Some people say, "Oh, it's making them tough." You got to know your kid. You must know your kid. Now, again, cussing at them or cussing in a conversation that includes them, you got to understand the difference and you got to play it accordingly.
Yeah.
In my coaching days, the one thing that I never liked to see, coaches would cuss at these kids, right?
Yeah.
And so because of the stigma, oh, it's the inner city, you got to talk to them tough. No, you don't.
You don't.
I don't care the hardest streets you come off
Because
of.
now you a partner. Because
Yeah,
you're talking like
exactly. But even the hardest person in the world off of the roughest streets still desires love. And I don't care what nobody say, whether it's the love of their mama, the love of their daddy. So something was
Right.
absent, which has made them the savages. So I don't want to hear none of that. No, everybody needs to feel and know and get acknowledged love.
Yeah, facts.
So just from the standpoint of aggression, loving the child properly, the things that we've talked about over now the past 46 minutes will put your child in a position to where they don't have to be as aggressive in relationship. They won't have to be as aggressive on the job in public. There's so many situations. People, man, I seen a post today, and they talking about the folks in North County. You can't hardly say nothing to them.
Man,
yeah, because they gonna pop crazy.
That ain't true.
But you know what?
I hear them.
It's
but it's not about how you carry yourself, though. If you carry yourself, but you know what? Another.
Yeah.
I feel like, bro.
So boxes. Let's talk about it.
I really, you know what? Real quick, let's do it. Shameless plug.
Yo, what's up, lifers? Remember this from last year? Yeah, the Life Awards. It was the boys. Who? These boys right here. I'm the one on the right. So check it out, y'all. We back. Hey, Life Awards 2026 coming at you. Hey, we're gonna have another dope MC. We're gonna give out some dope awards to some dope people. Hey, we about to come together. So check it out. We about to do this one more time. So to get your nominations, you gonna go to the link. Hey, who would you like to nominate? Tell us about them and how we can contact them. And that's all you gotta do. Hey, we'll see you soon. Because life is gonna keep on lifing. And we're gonna be here to talk about it.
And as we back up on the scene, man, as bro was talking about, making your child aggressive and coaches, giving that type of energy as well.
Yeah. And I'm sorry, I didn't finish the point.
Yeah, go ahead.
And I'm sorry. And in turn, because of that, then what I started to see is during the games, those same kids were cussing at the other kids. E-man, scoot your way up, scoot the F up. Man, then you start to see the same conversation that parent, mentor, leader had to them. Now they're executing it to each other as peers. But because that foundation that was lacking that we talked about in the beginning wasn't established, now that they're trying to build inside of this framework, it's not happening, right? And so then what you thought was going to be constructive, and that's actually one of the 48 laws of power, when it talks about winning something through an argument. And it appears to be a win, but in turn, it's just a short victory that will become detrimental. You will lost the war.
Yeah.
And it's all because of that. So, bro, my soapbox was literally just that. I want y'all to understand when you're talking to your children, things of that sort, stop talking to them like your partner, your homie, and talk to them as if you're giving them everything that they should have had, everything that I wanted to give them better. I wanted to give them more. That's dope. That's cool. But don't forget about the stuff that you had, that you did receive, that made you the person that you are. You know what I'm saying? So if I look at you and I'll be like, yo, so I understand you want to give your kids everything you didn't have, but how you feel you turned out? Oh, I feel I turned out all right. I'm this, I'm a business owner. I did XYZ. Cool. So if your upbringing got you all of that,
right?
Why would you want to take that out the recipe?
Yeah.
Fam, I need that to be on the menu.
Yeah.
You feel me? Yeah. Now I'm going to add some other stuff to it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna add all the stuff that I didn't have.
Right.
That's what's gonna make this thing better going forward, and we execute and move forward as a generational movement. But bro, all this, I'm gonna give them everything I didn't, but you forgotten it to give them what you did. Now look at the generations that's being produced, and everybody older is feeling the way, thinking that we doomed. So give
Indeed.
your kids what you had, but also don't forget to give them what you wish you did, but keep that thing rooted.
Yeah, indeed.
So Bizzle,
So man, my soapbox tonight is very simple. We talked about it at the beginning of this show, man, and I'm gonna stick with it real quick. Projecting adult situations on our children. Um, when we project things upon our children, whether it's energy, speech, action, because a lot of times we put our hands in whatever else on kids
Yep.
for no reason.
Yep, true.
It could have been a simple conversation.
Mhm.
I'm not saying not spare, you know what I'm saying, not to spare the rod, but we know. But so many times our kids are so jittery from the home because they don't know what's next.
Mhm.
They don't know if when I come in the house, is mama or daddy go be drunk or high or they go beat me.
Yeah.
I don't know if that uncle that's living in the basement, you know what I'm saying? I came home early from school and mom and daddy ain't home, but
Yeah.
y'all didn't teach me the proper words for my private parts. So now I can't adequately tell you that I've been touched inappropriately. I can't tell you that I've been touched inappropriately at school.
Mhm.
I can't bring my emotional stuff in the house because every time I try to come to you with something emotional, you one up me
down.
with adult foolishness.
Yep. And project your problems on me.
Yeah, so when we projecting this stuff onto our kids, man, you would never be nothing. You look just like your mama. You look just like your daddy.
Mhm.
You know, you gonna end up dead before you 18. We got to be careful on
Mhm.
what we
Just like
speak
your
to our
brother.
kids.
I always want to run the streets.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because kids gonna remember that, man.
Mhm.
There are things right now at 48 that we are both thinking about from childhood that is still, it's still sticking in our craw a little bit. And daily, our mental health is steady trying to be revamped so we can get
Yeah.
through this, fam.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, bro, hey, do unto others as you want them to do unto you. If you want your child to grow up, and again, like bro said, have what you had and give them what you didn't have, that's all fine and dandy. But you think if your kids grow up thinking money is on trees because they always got the latest pair of Jordans, but they don't know their ABCs,
Yeah.
they can't count, they're failing in school.
Mhm.
Why are we continuing to lavish them and shower them with gifts?
Exactly.
Last thing, y'all, punishments. Taking away these electronics, we survived.
Mhm.
We got to make it happen.
Too soft.
Showering your kids with money, gifts, and love is not a substitute for not being a parent.
Bars. And if you showering them with gifts, you can dry that mess up with punishment. And that's big dog talk. You man, listen, whatever you getting on the plus side, man, listen, it can be taken away.
Indeed.
This
man.
was something you earned, fam. Like,
Yeah. It ain't yours.
you
My
heard me.
room.
You
What do you
heard me.
mean my room? I'm paying the bills here. My Xbox, but I'm paying the electricity and the doggone internet bill. You know,
Man, listen.
my ice cream. But I bought it and we don't get food stamps. Like, I'm out of here, man. You
Yeah.
good, Brody?
Man, listen, man. While I'm thinking about it, April birthdays, 2 in particular. Real quick, man, run through that birthday list. And we're gonna talk about this after the show. The microphone, bro, it looks like Baby Yoda. The eyes, the face, everything. Anyway, go ahead and drop them birthday joints, and then we go from there.
Well, happy birthday to my wife, April 12th, to my daughter, Pooh, April 26th, and to all you other April birthdays out there, man. We're doing this every month. So whether it is that you have a topic, you can send us a voicemail or a video. I got a quick example before we get up out of here. Let's see. I'm only going to play a little bit.
Hey everybody, my name is Cherie Mason Hughes, and I am here on Life Be Lifing on today with the new topic for the week.
So again, that is just a quick snippet, man. If y'all got something y'all want to hear us discuss, shoot it in by voicemail or by video.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, life is gonna keep on lifing, and we're gonna be here to talk about it. I'm your host, Tony D.
And I'm your host, D to the J, telling everybody you can tie my feet up. I still ain't gonna dance if you tickle me. Bars.
Back up on the scene, nah, I mean.
Sit where I'm sitting, sip what I'm sipping, spit what I'm spitting. Take a listen to what they kicking. It ain't a topic that's out there that's too specific. We gon' talk about it and they gon' listen. This here's a revolution for all I mentioned. This here's a Novocaine just to numb your system. Weekly doses issues, get your prescription. Life be life and fan, but we ain't missed it. That's true, since rings around. Ask Mike and Pip, you got a topic how to spit. We gon' rip. It's Fever 7 coming to you live. We up in this. Hey, season 7. We up in this. Life gon' be life, okay? 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 Life gon' be life, okay?
We talking
Life.
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 Season 7, you ready?